Good morning and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day, using the Sefer Hachinuch number 119, a mitzvah that keeps your soul on its way. The obligation to salt the offering, which again was connected to the previous mitzvah, the prohibition to bring up an offering without salt. This is the positive aspect of that mitzvah. Let's see what the pasuk says. Again, this is found in Parshas Vayikra, which is the third book and the first parsha. Says the verse, "You shall salt every offering of meal with salt. You may not withhold the salt of your God's covenant from upon your meal offering. On your every offering shall you offer salt." Again from Leviticus. This verse contains both a mitzvah obligation to salt the offering before it is offered up on the altar, and a mitzvah prohibition not to withhold salt from the offerings. The preceding mitzvah discussed the prohibition of withholding the application of salt from the offerings. The subject of this mitzvah is the obligation to salt every offering. We are commanded to offer salt on all the offerings. This means to say that one shall place salt on the meat of an animal offering, as well as on the flour of the menachos, the meal offerings, before they are offered up on the altar. As it is stated, on your every offering shall you offer salt. The Chinuch notes how this mitzvah corresponds with the general underlying purpose of the offerings. We've already stated the mitzvah to build the temple, which was mitzvah number 95, that among the underlying purposes of the mitzvah pertaining to offerings is the idea that an offering is brought to make the soul of the one bringing it worthy and upstanding. Therefore, in order to arouse the spirit of the one bringing the offering so that he may acquire these good traits, he was commanded to offer in the temple items that are fine, pleasing, and dear to him, as we've written earlier, again in mitzvah number 95. The requirement to have salt in the offering is also based on the same underlying purpose. It is in order that this act of bringing the offering should be complete and not lacking anything that would be expected by the standards of normal human conduct. For then, by bringing an offering in a manner that is deemed complete by human standards, the person's heart will be more aroused to appreciate the opportunity to bring the offering than it would be if the offering were somehow lacking by human standards. Therefore, we're commanded to apply salt to the offerings, because any item of food without salt is not pleasing to a person. Come on, people, we always put salt, with the exception of chocolate chip cookies. Maybe then even you put chocolate chip. I don't bake. My wife bakes, but salt is pretty much everywhere. So again, because an item of food without salt is not pleasing to a person, neither its taste nor even its scent, and to attain the true purpose of bringing the offering, it must consist of something that is pleasing. Wow, salt is awesome. The Chinuch offers another underlying purpose for this mitzvah. Aside from this reason, there's another concept that is alluded to through the use of salt. The fact that salt preserves all things and saves them from loss and spoilage. Similarly, through the performance of the offering, the person is saved from ruin. That's cool. And his soul will be protected and will endure eternally. We are preserving our soul with the salt. We will continue with this mitzvah, God willing, tomorrow. Thanks for listening to your sponsor, BJC Mitzvah. 36 100 the goal. See you tomorrow.